The fraud and corruption trial of former Bosasa Chief Operating Officer Angelo Agrizzi has been postponed to the 2nd of December. The High Court in Pretoria has heard that Agrizzi's health has deteriorated further. He's been charged along with former Correctional Services Chief Financial Officer Gillingham and former Commissioner Linda Mti. Also charged in the matter is former Bosasa CFO Andries from Tonder. Let's get you a live update with our reporter Pelane Phakgadi, who's live for us outside the High Court. Pelane, tell us more about the health of Angelo Agrizzi and why it's now required another postponement in the case.
Well, it requires another postponement for this particular case so that the doctors, that is Angelo Agrizzi's doctors, four specialists really, to go and assess his health and then come back to inform the state of the status of his health thereof. And in that regard, is going to make sure that all those documentations are taken to the state and they are going to have to be assessed by the state and as well as the court on whether or not he is ready to stand trial. And of course, that will only come out after the court would have also made that particular decision, and there would have been an agreement between the state and as well as the defense in that regard. So we are told at this current stage that Angelo Agrizzi's health has deteriorated and he is on a ventilator for at least 24 hours a day, and that is actually an oxygen, rather to speak, about 24 hours a day. So that gives you an indication as far as he's concerned, telling the court that he cannot come to court and be, of course, stand trial at this very end. And the case yet again postponed to allow Angelo Agrizzi and his legal representation and of course even the health to go ahead and assess his health conditions as this regard on whether or not he's ready to stand trial. And the others have tried to make an application to come through to say that they feel that the postponements are just too indefinite. They want their cases to be separated from Agrizzi so that they can be able to continue with the trial alone and be able to conclude the matter. They feel it is currently just too expensive for them to be continuing with lots and lots of postponements. We do also understand that the state is looking to come through and make an application to talk about unreasonable delays as far as the case of Agrizzi is concerned, and trying to put it to the court that it be placed on the roll as a matter of agency, that it be processed and allow Agrizzi to come through and ventilate his side of the views as far as the cases are concerned between 2004 and 2007, as far as you remember those tenders that Bosasa had garnered at the time. So postponed to the 2nd of December to allow all those matters to be processed.
What's the feeling of the court, Pelane, around the possible move by some of the other accused in this case to have themselves tried outside of the same matter as Agrizzi? Does the court look as though it would allow that to happen?
Well, of course, we just have to wait and see, of course, because on the 2nd of December, the court will now have to make a decision, which is provisional, of course. We'll have to make a decision if they'll be able to admit the documentations, the health documentations from Agrizzi's legal representation on whether or not he's fit to stand trial. If he's fit to stand trial, then everybody will then have to stand trial because it has been, created into one case. But if he's not, perhaps, just maybe that the court might have to consider that particular fact that your Linda Mti and as well as Andries from Tonder and as well as Gillingham, if they would then have to continue alone and leave Agrizzi out for him to sort out his health issues, and at least only when he's been able to deal with the health aspects and to at least come out to be able to come to court, only then will they then continue with it. And that is if the state is satisfied with the documentations that they would have received from the doctors that he is indeed sick, too ill to come and stand for trial.
Pelane Phakgadi outside the High Court, thank you very much for that update.